I'm going to give you a very little introduction to Patti Smith for those of you who have never heard of her. I'm gonna give you what's kind of one of my favorite songs from her, from the album Horses. That it's a great album to introduce you to Patti Smith's music. And also you can do this music immersion with the lyrics. You can add to your playlist. And the little song today we're going to practice with is one called Gloria. So let's start this mini immersion with Patti Smith. One book that you can go to that she wrote as a memoir to talk about her life that I really enjoy reading, it's called Just Kids. And the book is like a love letter to Robert Mapplethorpe. And like she tells you about more or less his way of the artist, like how she became the musician we know. And she actually didn't start from any kind of music environment. She came from Chicago and she went to New York City, and their fate introduced her to Robert Mapplethorpe. Actually, they met quite like in Central Park or something. And you know, if you read Just Kids, you know about how they met, and they were like soulmates. Like they have this incredible bond and friendship, like they did everything together. They didn't have any money, so they went to the museums, like you go and then you tell me what you have, we just watched. And like they were sharing this creative like drive and like interest for the arts. And actually Patti Smith was not really at all into music. She was really interested, like she was a poet and a performer. And actually it was from there and the atmosphere. She lived in the Chelsea Hotel, and there she met a lot of people of the New York City atmosphere. You know, like she was really influenced by Bob Dylan and by the poet of the 19th century, Rimbaud. How she started to become a musician, and she says, "I was young, but I felt our cultural voice was in jeopardy and needed an infusion of new people and ideas. I didn't feel like I was the one. I didn't consider myself a musician in any way, but I was a poet and a performer, and I did feel that I understood where we were at, what we'd given, and where we should go. And if I could voice it, perhaps it could inspire the next generation." One of my favorite songs from her, apart from People Have the Power, that has also this kind of political side to it, is Gloria. And Gloria, I find it such an original song, not only because it's a transgender song. What does this mean? That she is using the song like she's singing from a male's perspective. So, and actually she basically always, she refers to this like, it's not a statement about her sexual preferences or anything like that. It's more like a way to have total freedom as an artist. And I think that's genius. Like it's great to like listen to a female singer talking about something from the male's perspective. I find it's really original, and it gives you a different angle to it. For somebody's sins, but not mine. I think it's one of the very best lines to start a song. She talks about she didn't try to be against anything at all. It was more like a way to, again, be creatively free. Not about God or Christ. I don't mean that stuff. I don't know, I mean, it's just, it gives somebody a new view, a new way to look at something. I like to look at things from 10 or 15 different angles, you know? So it gives people a chance to be blasphemous through me. And I find that's also the essence of punk, and this creative freedom, this creativity of expression and of playing with the words and the things, even changing culture in a way, because you give permission for people to see things from a different perspective. And actually in future interviews, she basically talks about it was never about being against Jesus or anything. I'm not about the dogma of religion, but even though I think it's just an interesting way of using lyrics and music to make people think about something from a different way. And this was one of the reasons why Gloria to me is such a great song. So we can practice with Gloria, do the karaoke, add it to your playlist, and enjoy it with Patti Smith.